It's 1:36, and we're gonna start the MPO Policy Committee meeting. Can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Ms. Briones will help us call roll.
Yes, good afternoon. Mayor Dr. Victor D. Trevino, Judge Tano Tijerina, Councilmember Ricardo Rangel, Councilmember Ruben Gutierrez,
Present.
Commissioner Jesse Gonzalez, Commissioner John Galo, Councilmember Vanessa Perez,
Present.
Mr. Epigmenio Epi Gonzalez,
Present.
Mr. Jed Brown.
Present.
For the record, you do hold one.
Thank you very much.
Motion to excuse members that are missing.
Second, oh, sorry.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
If I may, as per our bylaws, 4 is a quorum, and also in the absence of the chair and the vice chair, the policy committee needs to elect a presiding officer for this meeting.
Motion to move Mayor Pro Tem Vanessa Perez.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes.
Motion for the approval of the minutes of the meeting held on June 18, 2025.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Citizens' comments? Do we have any citizens' comments? No?
We don't have any at the time.
Okay, next item is receive public testimony and approve resolution number MPO 2025-10, adopting the FY 2026 Unified Planning Work Program.
Yeah, we just need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against this item, and then I'll give a brief presentation.
Is anyone here to speak for or against?
All right.
I will yield to the mayor.
Motion to reflect that Mayor Victor Trevino is present.
Thank you.
All right, apologize for the delay. There's the same Serena event that we had to get started.
Thank you, Mayor. We're just on item 4B, receive public testimony and approve resolution number MPO 2510, adopting the FY 26 Unified Planning Work Program. We just need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against that item, and then after that, I'll give a brief presentation.
All right, good. All right, for or against? For or against? For or against?
Chairperson will give us a presentation, sir, and then we'll go ahead and vote on that afterwards.
All right, go ahead, please.
Hello, Mayor, members of the Policy Committee. Thank you for being here today. At the last meeting, we got appointed to you for the record, MPO Director. At the last meeting, I did present the Unified Planning Work Program for FY 2026. At that meeting, we initiated a 20-day public review and comment period. Now we're bringing the item back for final approval. So I'll give a quick overview on this item that was also presented at last month's meeting. As a reminder, the UPWP is a federally required work program describing the transportation planning programs and activities to be performed by the MPO in a fiscal year. Again, this work program can be amended at any time if needed. It outlines the MPO's transportation planning activities to be funded through transportation planning funds. The tasks outlined may require more than 1 year to complete and are carried over from one UPWP to the next. As I mentioned, we did open a 20-day public review and comment period as required by our public participation plan. During that public comment period, we didn't receive any comments from the public. However, our field rep from TxDOT TPP division made 2 minor recommendations on our draft UPWP. One was to add the maintenance and the amendments to the 2026 UPWP as an expected product under task number 1. And the other one was just to clarify that vacation and sick leave can only be charged to task 1 under the administration and management. So we've added that since the last draft.
Mr. Mendiva, excuse me,
Yes.
Mayor, ma'am.
Yes.
What is the difference in price, or is there a change in cost because of the maintenance?
Not at all. And with these changes, though, there's no change in the total programmed amount that we presented at last month's meeting.
Thank you.
So that's here presented again. The total that we're programming is $1,247,000. Available that we have is $2.6 million. That includes our estimated annual allocation of about $629,990. So we are again programming $1,247,000 for the year. And these are the subtasks were also presented last time. For planning and general administration, $600,000. Professional development, training, travel, $25,000. Public participation plan, $10,000. We have also for computer equipment, furnishing, office supplies, $30,000. Building maintenance and repairs, $10,000. General data administration that helps us with our website and stuff like that as well, $10,000. We are looking at getting a software to help us with our transportation improvement program data management, and we're looking at an annual cost of $35,000. so we've added that in. 6,000 for short-range planning activities, planning assistance, 6,000. Revisions to our current Metropolitan Transportation Plan, we're programming 5,000. And then outreach implementation, 10,000. Then the 2 studies that we're looking at for FY26 is the long-range freight mobility plan. As was mentioned last month, we're having conversations with the Regional Mobility Authority and the City of Laredo to hopefully join efforts in this plan. So this would be the MPO's contribution to that. So we're still having those conversations. And then the South Laredo Transportation Planning Study, also programming 250,000 for that. Are there any questions?
No, sir. Is that your presentation?
Yep, that's,
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
thank you.
Motion passes, thank you. Next item for C. Going with, receive public testimony and initiate 20-day public review and comments period for the draft 2025 congestion management process CMP update.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, we have a brief presentation. We do need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against this item. It's just our congestion management process, which is another core document of the MPO. It ties back to our Metropolitan Transportation Plan. Mr. Bernard and Mr. Nino from the team will be presenting this. This is something that we've also reviewed closely with our Federal Highway Administration representative. He has viewed this presentation actually, has provided positive feedback, and we're looking to adopt this document next month. So first we need to initiate the public comment period for this. Again, we just need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against, and then our team can give a brief presentation.
Good afternoon, Eduardo Barrena for the record.
Afternoon.
Thank you. The congestion management process that we're going to be reviewing today, it's an update from the previous CMP, which was done several years ago, some years ago. Basically, the CMP has an 8-step framework from the federal guidelines. These are coming directly from the federal guidelines, and these are the 8 steps that you see on the screen. The 8 steps basically, tells us what the CMP process will entitle, and we're going to do a quick overview on these 8 steps. From step 1 to 3, basically the development of original objectives, defining the CMP network, and the deriving the mandated measures and guidelines on step 3. Step 4 and 6 will tell us about how the data was collected and the challenges and the strategies on the, that comes from the MTPs, which was recently adopted by this board. Step 7 and 8 is how the strategies that are being recommended on this document that will tell us what is the plan to reduce congestion in our network. So basically, step 1 is our vision statement that comes from our NTP, is to develop a transportation system that offers safe, efficient, and affordable travel choices for people and goods while supporting economic development and long-term quality of life. Goals and objectives. There are 4 goals and objectives in our CMP. Goal 1 is to provide a safe transportation system. Goal 2 is to provide a reliable transportation. Goal 3 is to provide affordable travel choices for people and goods. And goal 4 is a transportation system that promotes economic vigor and long-term quality of life. The CMP network, Mr. Nino is going to give us from step 4 to 5. He'll explain those steps.
All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, reading here for the record. CMP network is going to be our established study area. It consists of 2 components, Tier 1 and Tier 2, and that is from the network defined using roadways that have congestion data available. As you can see on Tier 1, it's from the National Performance Management and Research Dataset. Tier 2 is from stakeholder defined. Moving on to performance measures. These performance measures, as Mr. Bernal mentioned, they're direct and fairly mandated measures and guidelines. They include system-wide performance and corridor performance. They include for system-wide the speed, the travel time index, the planning time index, the buffer time index. For corridor performance measures, we have the travel time index, level of travel time reliability, short travel time reliability, and the peak hour excess delay. On step 4, we look at the collection and system performance. So on step 4, we have multiple data sets that were all gathered to make that the CMP network, and they're all from a variety of data sets that are going to help us meet these performance measures. Step 5, we analyzing the challenges and needs And specifically for the performance measure for travel time index, when we look at the congestion threshold down here in magenta, this dotted line, this threshold signifies anything below is little to no congestion. Anything above, we have levels that are with heavier congestion. What we were able to see is that the weekly PM peak is the level of congestion that was most undesirable in these times, whereas the weekend AM peak is the one with the least amount of congestion in our network. And here you can see on weekdays for 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., as I mentioned. As you can see right here on FM 1472, Las Minas, this is an area that experienced extreme congestion. On SIP 6, we are identifying and assess strategies.
The following strategies are based from different approaches from different agencies, and basically the aim of these management strategies is to reduce congestion. Bottom line, that's what it is. Everybody will work together to succeed in decreasing congestion throughout our network. Is that recurring, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So we have two types of congestions. We have recurring congestions and non-recurring congestions. So what are the difference between those two? Recurring congestions are congestion areas that happens frequently, that we know that AM peak hours, PM peak hours are the more congested wherever you travel. So we know for a fact, so it happens often. Non-recurring is totally the opposite. Non-recurring are areas where you have work zones, where you have traffic accidents, weather-related incidents, and so on. So basically, we're going to talk about the recurring and non-recurring. Mr. Lee?
As Mr. Bernal mentioned, here we see some recurring congestion strategies that we can build upon. In this scenario, we have, let's see, in this scenario, we have the recurring congestion strategies. Some of them include, for example, it could be as simple as improving signal operations. When we look at non-recurring congestion strategies, in this scenario, they can also be built upon, and they can be as simple as also the improvement of signal operations, as well as the ITS, which is the Intelligent Transportation Systems. On sub 7, we have program and implement the strategies. In this particular level, we're looking at the regional corridor and project level. We identified the agencies that are responsible. We also identify the mechanisms by which these can be implemented, and finally, the funding strategies that can be implemented. For the integration of the NTP and CMP, what we're basically looking at is a coordinated effort between both of these plans to reduce congestion. The two criteria that were used from the NTP to directly identify those strategies for congestion reduction are system reliability and innovation and technology. As you can see on this slide, we look at the 2050 MTP goal, number 4, system reliability, number 5, innovation and technology. We look at the evaluation criteria. What exactly is the measure that is being addressed? We look at the data sources, the analysis, and of course, the scoring methodology. And the goal here is to present to you all these strategies for scoring and development of these projects. The fiscally constrained project list CMP network. Here we see projects that are already on our MTP. And in the cycle, when we start to evaluate strategy effectiveness, we're looking at an ongoing process that is going to look at the historical data at a system performance level, meaning that we're looking at if along a set period of time, these strategies have improved congestion, or if there's a degeneration in the system-wide level. For strategy effectiveness, we're looking at project level or program level analysis of these conditions, meaning that we're looking at before the project was built and after the project was built and how congestion was addressed. And brings us to our last slide on the ongoing evaluation cycle. For this, MTP staff, MPL staff is going to continuously monitor these strategies, and we're going to communicate to both the technical committee and the policy committee and submit an annual report on our findings. The formal updates, the CMP will be updated after the 5-year update of the MTP.
Mayor, can I ask
Thank
a
you.
question?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you go back to the slide on the projects?
Yes, ma'am.
This one? Yeah. That purple line, which project is that one?
That is number 19, the Laredo Outer Loop, segment 5.
Yeah, there's two. There's that one and River Road, also number 21.
21, okay.
Yeah.
Outer Loop, is that the River Road project?
No, number 21, that's River Road,
No.
and then number 19 on the east side of
Oh,
the map.
21.
Yeah. Number 19, that's the outer loop segment between 59 and 359.
Okay, so the River Road, you all are gonna study that one as well in this?
So
Are we looking
this
at
is
that?
showing you the fiscally constrained project list from our Metropolitan Transportation Plan. As it's showing which roads are on the congestion management network. Since that's not a road that's built yet, that's why you don't see the check mark next to, on the column that says on CMP network. But we are continuing to look at River Road through the MTP.
Well, that's what I'm asking, like, are you gonna be, even though it's not funded, it's not, you know, a road right now, is that gonna be part of this study? Are you gonna be looking at how that road can help with congestion?
Yes, ma'am, because if I go back to this slide, as I mentioned, when we're looking at the strategies of effective evaluation, we're looking at data that's going to show before River Road is built, and once, eventually, when it is built, we'll be looking upon how that's been helping congestion.
Okay, well, that's good, I mean, I would hope that we would build it sooner than later, but, other question I have, Mayor, if I can.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you all work with the railroads for this as well? Because I know that a lot of the congestion that we have in certain parts of town are caused because the train is stopped, blocking intersections, for extended periods of time, and that's an issue that I've been noticing a lot more and more in District 7 and specifically, by the Colton area. So is that gonna be, considered as well, the train and how that factors into the congestion?
Yes, ma'am, in past studies for the train, we have noted that 26 trains cross from Mexico to the US on a daily basis. Well, the average is 26, and in a 24-hour period, so I understand that it is something that we need to look into.
1 per hour?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mayor, I got a question.
Yes.
Can you go back to that slide again, please? On number 19 specifically. Have you all, I see that we're gonna be working on that road sometime in the near future. But how it's gonna impact, because I know that 359 is extremely congested. We're gonna be moving traffic from 359 to 59. 59's already getting traffic now, plenty of. And we're gonna be moving more traffic to it, obviously. Have you considered that, what it's gonna do as far as congestion on 359 and Loop 20? On 59 and Loop 20, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah, no, we haven't looked at that specifically. I know the outer loop is a project that, you know, TxDOT would be leading. I'm not sure, on their feasibility, how much of that they've looked at yet, right? But that is something that, you know, would be analyzed. But ideally, you would think that maybe, you know, you'd have some shifting of the mobility patterns, right? Maybe people that would have just been on 359, you know, can now also travel on 59.
Right.
So there might be that balance. That's why it's important to look at other roads outside just the outer loop, what other connectivity we can use.
Just a suggestion, you know, there on 59 and Loop 20, we only have one lane going westbound, north on Loop 20, that they can turn northbound. Just to consider maybe a second, even a third lane going northbound on Loop 20, because we're just gonna move congestion from one place to another. We simply don't wanna do that. We wanna make sure it's flowing, you know, as easily as possible.
Correct. I know there's a feasibility study that TxDOT was working on as well for the 59 feasibility to realign the roadway for future I-69. So that would probably also impact that.
Great, thank you.
Mayor, I have one more question.
Yes, go ahead.
So you did mention that, this was gonna be used to show the before and after, but, does this data that is collected to show the before or this current state, is that used to help justify the construction of some of these roads that are not built or not funded yet? Like, is this data in the pre-construction? Is it used to help push for the construction of roads instead of just like a before and after snapshot? Or I'm just asking, is this plan valuable in that way?
yes, ma'am, it's used, okay. Yes, ma'am, it's used, whenever we update the MTP, you have a project list, we present that to this board, and the board decides the priorities from there, depending on the several factors. If I can go back to the slide right here, there's a scoring methodology for, on the MTP, by which these projects are graded, and at the end of the day, we present this data to you. That way, you all can decide on those priorities.
So this data is used for us, this is not used for the state, like, for example, TxDOT, do they have access to this? Do they look at this to show maybe projects that they would like to push or prioritize? Or is this mainly for us as a
Yeah,
policy?
we use many of the data sources that they use as well. So like if you go back to the networks that I mentioned, or the data collection slide, the purpose here, this is an ongoing process, so our data collection needs to be ongoing as well. So for this particular analysis, we looked at data through 2024. That's why they mentioned at the end that it's important to come back with an annual report. That way every year we're looking at the data, and it's important to look at projects before and after as well. So I'll give an example. I know a while back the RMA did that project, the right turn lanes on Killam Industrial. So after a few years of data, we can go back and look, okay, did this help, right? Is this really alleviating congestion? And we can come back and inform this committee as well as stakeholders. This is something that's working for us in our region. So let's continue doing more of this. So that's the idea behind the congestion management process, is to find out through data what's working to alleviate congestion, based on the data, and then we can use that to speak to our stakeholders and tell them, this is what works for our region. We want to do more of this. We need more funding for this.
Because I don't remember seeing this, I don't remember seeing the data in the past years, or maybe I missed it, but is this the first year that we're doing this?
It goes through studies. It goes through different studies that we've done through the MTP. So when we've done our MTP, we've updated our CMP chapter on there. So there is data on there. But this is something that did come out from our federal review, where we're recommended that we need to do more of this data collection. So we're improving on this as well. It's something that I think we're doing it. We're probably failing to bring it before this board, and something that we're going to be doing now every year. So
Yeah,
you're right.
just to emphasize, I don't remember it, and I think that this would be very helpful for us.
Mayor, may I make a comment?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
Calvin, I just, one, I know you know, but to all of us as a reminder that the River Road project is something that we've jointly studied already, so that work product exists. I'll be curious how you incorporated it into this. I do know that a recommended alignment was arrived at in that report. In addition to, there was projections of how much traffic could actually be taken off of the Mines Road if that other road is opened, to help alleviate traffic on the Mines Road. At some point, that's one of the projects that I know we need to think more about River Road, because it really will help that highly congested area. And then going back to the segment between 59 and 359, the last time we ranked projects, probably 2 to 3 years ago, we really broke them down. I know that was a top 5 out of, there was probably 15 to 20 projects on the list, and I think that one ranked out in the top 5. I think we as a community have always recognized that as possibly the most important segment of the various segments. So I'm glad to see that it shows up here. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know if TxDOT has a number for what just that segment alone costs, but I'm sure it's a char on steroids. So it wouldn't be cheap. But those are my comments.
Mayor, one more thing, please. Just to consider, is this CMP, does it take into consideration I-35, specifically at the checkpoint? Because as you all well know, and TxDOT knows very, very well, we have congestion that happens there, specifically on Mondays and Fridays, when trucks are leaving Laredo and heading north on 35. And the congestion is sometimes 1.5 miles, 2 miles long, and trucks are violating, of course, state law, staying on the left-hand lane, and they block vehicular traffic from moving forward, right, moving northbound. Is that in this as well, or we haven't gone up that far?
We don't go that far. We're going what's within our network, as you can see on the map. But it's something that we are, through our other model, the travel demand model, that we are monitoring with the help of the Texas Transportation Institute.
Okay. If you could please bring us something, maybe next month's meeting, see what's going on with that.
And I will
we can
add,
do anything with.
yeah, since it is outside our MPO boundary, right, it's not something that we're looking at. We're aware of the issue, right? If we were to expand our MPO boundary eventually to that point, we can take a closer look at it. But I-35 is considered in this analysis, and there are some recommendations. And also at our port of entries, there's recommendations for like intelligent transportation systems, things like that. So there's a lot of strategies in here that would also be applicable at that checkpoint. It's just something that's outside our boundary. But definitely it's something that can be used at the checkpoint as well.
Please,
So.
Mayor, but Mayor,
Yes.
so we do have a project there.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it is, we submitted it as one of our top priorities for this UTP.
Great.
So, just in a nutshell, and we can, definitely give you, provide some sort of, update here in the future, but, we do plan on expanding that, the approach. I believe it's about 2 miles south of the checkpoint.
Correct.
Have 3 lanes of traffic for passenger cars, and also 3 lanes of traffic or
Commercial.
separate lanes of traffic for commercial vehicles. So that's something that we are working on.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Very good.
So
All right.
Thank you.
now we just need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against, and we need a motion to initiate the public comment period.
All right. All right. For or against, for or against, for or against.
Motion to initiate the public comment.
It's a 20-day.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Roman numeral 5, reports and presentations. Status report by the Regional Mobility Authority, RMA.
In your packet, you will find our monthly report updating the projects that we're working on quickly. The Vallecillo overpass, we had a discussion last week, the RMA with the district office with Epi and Roberto. Although the Vallecillo overpass is not fully funded in this UTP that will be adopted in August, there is $16 million pledged to the project, and so the goal, as soon as that UTP is adopted, is to start working on making sure that we get the gap funding we need for next year. We're going to work really hard to get that. When Commissioner Meade is in town in a couple weeks for the ribbon cutting for the Lomas del Sur overpass, I won't be in town, but I'm going to ask some people to maybe shake his hand and remind him that that's really important to us. As far as the other projects, Springfield 4, it's done. There will be a ribbon cutting on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. We will be in attendance for that meeting. Concord Hills, the plans are 90% done. You have 3 landowners in that area that are all active and willing participants to convey their property. That, I believe, the plans should be done in probably 60 days and then go out to bid in 60 to 90 days. And then the 2 TRZs, the South Laredo TRZ has moved into implementation. North Laredo TRZ, we still need to execute the ILA. So that needs to happen sooner than later, and then we can be moving on that project. And then as far as our 2 biggest projects, one would be Vallecillo, the other Safe Streets for All. There's fairly extensive updates in your packet on those, but both projects are moving along. I can tell you on Safe Streets for All, we submitted for the implementation grant, and we should hear back more or less when, Melissa? February of next year. We think we have a really good chance of landing funds, and when I say we, that was submitted by the RMA, but our partners in that would be TxDOT and the City of Laredo. So we're real excited about that. I think that'll be a real difference maker in our communities to hopefully do multiple projects that will cause less wrecks and save lives. So that would be the update of the RMA.
Mayor, if I may,
Yes, go ahead.
can I ask Mr. Chavez to come and to answer a question, please?
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ramon Chavez, Assistant City Manager.
Hi, Mr. Chavez.
Thank you.
Wanting to know about the status for that ILA on the North Laredo TRZ. What is the holdup? Because I know we've talked about it. First it was what are the parameters? What are the I think we already settled on
I
the
think that
study
has been
area.
approved already by City Council.
When Mr. Brown just said it wasn't.
Okay.
The ILA is executed?
No, not executed. I don't
No.
think it's been executed. Let me follow up on it and I'll provide an update just
Yeah.
to let you know.
Melissa, do you mind if I get an update too? We may have more information from our, we're both looking at our right hands in the audience. Melissa, do you mind giving it?
Right?
It's fully executed, the ILA. So I misspoke? Okay, my apologies.
Okay,
We'll get
bring me
together
out of
and,
There you go. Okay.
I'm glad on the record I got something wrong, so.
First time ever, right?
Yeah, not next.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No, I have a question on the Springfield Road that's going to be
Yes.
completed by, when you said?
It's actually done. We're, on Monday at 9 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. You and I and a bunch of others hopefully will be out there. Remember, we about probably 75 days ago, we had the ribbon cutting. The road is done and will be opening real soon. So I think this Monday morning, we have the actual, not groundbreaking, the ribbon cutting when the road opens up formally. So,
Mayor, if I may.
Very good. Go ahead.
Can I request that we get, those invites? I did not know.
it's coming from, it's not from the RMA. The city of Laredo is sending those out. Am I correct on that?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I don't want to misspeak twice in one
Okay.
meeting.
I just want to make sure that we get them, and then the ribbon cutting, you know, the invite and all those. I just want to make sure we get them, because I don't have it on my calendar, and so I would have missed
The
it.
Chavez.
Mr. Chavez, please. Thank you.
Make sure it's there.
Okay.
All right, okay. All right, next is number 6, director's comments.
I believe we had a text dot project updates as well on 5B, right before my comments.
Sure.
Good afternoon, Denise Garcia, Laredo Assistant Area Engineer, and I'm here presenting on behalf of Jose Vargas, Laredo Area Engineer. I'm going to be giving some updates. So just overview of our office. We have approximately 840 million in active contracts. Those are composed of 22 active projects with a variety of reconstruction, widening, off-system bridges, reconstruction to interstate standards, among preventative maintenance contracts and safety projects. Okay, so one of the largest projects that we have is the $344 million along Loop 20. It's anticipated to be completed at the end of 2029. Right now, we're at about 27% complete of the project. Of course, this extends from airport to international. One of the most recent updates, you'll notice there were some traffic control changes between Del Mar and Shiloh. So as of this morning, northbound and southbound both have been opened to its previous configuration of 3 lanes in each direction.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mayor, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
Just a question. Are you all falling behind with the schedule? Because it started in 24 and it was supposed to be a 4-year project. Now you're saying the end of 29.
It's been anticipated for a 60-month contract. That's correct. It has
It
not
was
been.
presented to us initially, it was 4 years, 48-month deal.
So-
And then have you been hitting delays?
No, we have not. We're on target with our schedule. As a matter of fact, we've even looked for opportunities to get ahead.
Okay.
So no, right now we're not behind on the.
You're not behind
contract.
the schedule?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And then the next one is SH-84. That's a $122 million project extending from Mines Road to I-35 West Frontage Road, about 8.4 miles. That one is anticipated to end fall of 2027. We're at about 40% completion. I believe previously had been shared some aerial footage, so you can see that most frontage roads, bridges, it's already delineated, the turnarounds and all of that. We are working on hauling in base material. So from there, we're going to start the construction of the pavement for the frontage roads. Again, this one on track. The next one is the SH-359 widening. The contractor is Anderson Columbus. Is approximately $50 million. This one is anticipated to end summer of next year. The project limits are approximately 4 miles east of Loop 20 to about 9 miles east of Loop 20. We're about halfway done on that one. You'll notice that most of the south side of the project, or the eastbound, has been completed. Right now there's a significant progress happening in the westbound lanes. And we expect to complete the westbound lanes or begin paving by fall of this year. The next one is Lomas del Sur. This one is also a $50 million contract at Lomas del Sur at Cuatro Vientos, and it extends to 359. This one, the contractor is bringing in signs as we speak. Today and tomorrow they'll be bringing in signs. On Monday, you'll expect for lane closures to begin, and the barrier scope of the contract that extends from 359 to Lomas del Sur will begin. The groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for July 28th. Mr. Leal, our public information officer, may have already sent a
Mayor, if I may.
Yes.
Ramon's also gonna be sending those invitations.
Yes. The party man.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that.
So, I want to say our public information officer already sent the save the date, and maybe a formal invitation is to follow this week.
Thank you.
So that's going to be held at Octavio Salinas Elementary. That is a 3-year project where we're expected to complete by summer of 2028.
Hold on, Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
So Monday's the 21st. Oh, the groundbreaking's the 28th.
A week later.
A week later.
Okay,
A week later.
all right, no, never mind.
The next project is 255, a bit on the outskirts, not necessarily within city, but this is 8 miles that we're reconstructing from I-35, and then if you head 8 miles west past US 83 North. So we have a rehabilitation project there with the incorporation of passing lanes. That's a $25 million project. We're at 23% complete. And then the beginning of July, we let another part of 255 that extends from Mines Road to 3338. That's approximately 7 miles. That contract was let the first week of July. It was awarded to a contractor, CK Newberry. So we expect that probably towards the end of the year, they'll be breaking ground on that section of 255.
Mayor, if I may,
Go ahead.
is that a reconstruction?
Correct.
I have a question. Is there a project to install a traffic signal at the intersection of 255 and 1472? Because right now, there's just a blinking light, and that's kind of a problematic intersection.
If I may, so we do have we have an ongoing study, and we have a consultant on board that's looking at various options. So one of the options that we're considering is a roundabout at that location, right? Because of the, I think it was earlier this year, there was a fatal crash out there at that intersection.
Mayor, I have a question.
Yes.
Are roundabouts appropriate for 18-wheelers, especially on this is a heavy load route?
So they are, and that's one of the things that we're evaluating, making sure that, we address all those concerns. But, that's basically what our consultant is looking at this particular time.
Mayor, if I may?
Yeah.
And my concern would be just that we would end up with an increase of overturned 18-wheelers and then leading to blockages, because we have that problem right now in some parts. The load falls off the trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's still in the works, and there are several discussions or several options being thrown around.
Thank you.
If I may, but before y'all make that decision, please bring it back to us, because I don't agree with the roundabout there at all. I'm a traffic reconstructionist, and I'm a crash reconstructionist. That's the worst thing you can put out there, specifically with those trucks that are booming out there, in and out. They're traveling 60, 70, 80 miles an hour sometimes. And then to be moving around, you're gonna have loads shifting, and they will be flipping over. Not to mention with a roundabout, you're just asking for accidents to happen there. And we're increasing capacity of Columbia Bridge. Not a good idea. So please bring that back to us before you all make that decision.
Will do. So this is the second project in 255, SH 255, that extends from Mines to 3338. And then we're going to have a 6-mile gap between that project that just led and the one that is ongoing. That is going to be led separately. But the goal is to improve all 21 miles from Mines Road to 35. Okay. The next one is within city limits. I'm sorry, this is the Cuatro Vientos. We're going to be installing illumination along Cuatro Vientos from Anganaheim to Cielito Lindo. This is a $2.3 million contract. It has already been awarded to the levy company. With lead times and purchasing this material, they're scheduled to begin work in October of this year. Fairly short project in that it should all be completed by the summer of next year. Along with this project is included a new traffic signal in Riverbank Drive at I-69 Frontage Road. So that is also going to be incorporated as part of the project.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go
What's
ahead.
the timeline on that traffic signal?
So the work starts in October. They are going to, or their intention is to begin with the illumination along Cuatro Vientos, but their anticipated completion date is the summer of 2026, of next year.
For
So-
both projects?
For both, right.
Okay,
Both
so
scopes are incorporated into the contract.
are they gonna be working on them in tandem, or they're gonna finish one before they start the other?
They'll be simultaneously. We expect for them to be simultaneously.
Thank you.
The next one is an Anderson Mill and Inlay. This is a mill and inlay job that we led in February. They're expected to begin work in August, next month. This is $10.5 million. It's a multi-location contract. So 5 of the locations are in Duval, but one of them is here in Webb, and this is from Shiloh to downtown on the I-35 southbound main lanes. So we have not begun yet, but you will notice that in the fall of this year, we're going to have nightly lane closures for the main and lane of I-35 southbound. And safety projects, the CSJ 0922-33210, this is an active project. This is a new traffic signal on McPherson and Altavista. I drove through there yesterday and it was already green.
Actually,
Yes, it's working, so that's good. The lights are on. So this was a partnership with the city to make sure that we had that traffic signal up and running before school started. Also included in this project is illumination on 359 on the inside of Loop 20 from US 83 to Loop 20. So that's still ongoing. There's still time on the contract, but the traffic signal portion of it has been completed. And that's what we have for updates for Laredo.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next would be communications.
I'll give my director's report.
Director's comment, sorry.
Yes. So yeah, before I give them the formal report, I did want to share something. So actually this week marks a milestone for Ms. Gracie Briones and myself. We've been with the MPO for 5 years as of today. So we're actually, as of this week, right, earlier in the week. I'm proud of what we've accomplished alongside our team. Also, I'm very grateful to the board's support and your leadership. Appreciate that. I think over the years, we've been able to really build strong relationships with our stakeholders, thanks to trust and open communication that we have. We've been able to move important projects forward thanks to that.
Congratulations and thank you. Thank you for your
Congratulations. Very good.
So my formal report, in June, we did attend the Texas Transportation Commission meeting. Mayor Pro Tem Vanessa Perez, Councilmember Ricardo Rangel were also there in attendance. Ms. Perez gave some comments before the commission. I think they were very well delivered. And then, so I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, but you did a good job.
Oh, Mayor, I just think
Yes,
it's good for us as an agreed, practice to, make our presence known there before the committee. It helps build relationships with them. It helps them, keep Laredo in their mind, and because a lot of these, projects are up to their discretion in terms of what they find as a priority for the state. So, you know, it was an honor to get to speak on behalf of the city as Mayor Pro Tem and speak as a policy committee member, and look forward to for us to continue going up there and having that communication. So they did not know about this project of the 1472 elevated project, so it was good to plug that project and put it on their radar. So then they started questioning it afterwards. So hopefully we can get it funded. So I appreciate you also for being there as well and delivering your comments.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah, we'll continue going up to those meetings. I think it is important, as you mentioned. The next thing I was going to mention are transportation alternative site call for projects. We're currently reviewing those projects. We received 2 applications. Yesterday, we had very productive meetings with TxDOT staff and the project applicants. We're trying to look at the projects, assess their project readiness, making a few adjustments before we select the awards, the projects for awarding funds. So we'll be bringing that in the next few months. We're going to do some site visits at the project sites in August as well. Again, at the Texas Transportation Commission meetings, the next one is July 31st. I'm planning to attend that one. August 21st, I believe that's the meeting where they're going to be adopting the Unified Transportation Program. So that's another good opportunity for us to attend as a group as well.
Can you send those out, Mayor? Can you
Yes.
send those out to us?
Yeah, and we already sent them out, but we'll send reminders as well. Besides that, the other thing I was gonna mention, there is also a Board of Trade Advisory Committee meeting in Austin, August 12th. Again, the BTAC, this is the BTAC provides a forum for exchange of communications between the Texas Transportation Commission, TxDOT, the governor, and committee members representing border trade interests. I know, Mayor, you serve on the committee. It's on August 12th. I do plan to have someone from staff attending that's the same day as our technical meeting. And we're still looking to see if other members of the technical committee will be there. We might need to change that, or for sure we'll have someone from staff attending that meeting.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
I recommend that we reschedule our meeting because I do plan to attend that one.
Yeah, and also, it's the day of the technical committee meeting, so not this meeting.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. But we're looking at that. And then our next scheduled MPO meetings are Active Transportation Committees, July 30th, Technical Committee, August 12th, as I just mentioned. We'll be meeting here again for the Policy Committee, August 20th. That being said, I don't know if there are any questions.
That's it? No?
Great. Thank you all.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
August 20th, I don't know if you can poll to see the availability, because I have a conference that I need to be at. So I won't be here that day. And I don't know if anybody else will be out of town either. So if you can poll just to make sure we have quorum. If not, we can reset it.
We'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You will do communications, right? We're done.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.